reinsert. We'll go to the gallery. And let's make it 3. Insert image gallery. There it is again. Update. I don't know why it's doing that. I'll have to figure that out. Let's try something.
Is it maybe because you've got 4 pictures, but it says to only show 3 of them?
It should be wide enough. Oh, that's interesting. It could be. Let's try this. Let's just try 2 across. Update gallery settings. Let's make this smaller. Refresh. I'll get back on that. I did something. I did that yesterday, and then I did something that made it work, but I forgot what I did. I'm sure it's something silly.
Dave, how about putting an IDX on here that automatically puts your listings in? Can you do that instead of doing these? Or in addition to?
Here, yeah, absolutely. The only reason you would want to do this is for the search engine optimization benefit. This is real. Okay. You're not going to get better SEO for a property than doing something like this. And again, you know, it's a choice you make. Do I want to do that? Do I have time to do that? Do I want to have somebody else do it? I think part of this has to do with how my browser is. I have it on a big screen. I'm gonna look. I have another monitor. Let me just see what that's doing over here. Yeah, see I think it's just the size of the browser I'm using is messing that up. Alright. Yep, that's the case. Okay, so I'm looking at it too big. I'm just making it big for the here. Okay. So that's how we do a listing. The other thing to look at, I probably should have looked at this first, was doing I know Scott, we did this, was doing this little image here is called a gravatar. And again, you don't have to do this. It's just something that, you know, is a feature that's offered in this theme. So Maureen, to get a gravatar, you just go to gravatar. It's actually EN. Well, you can type in gravatar.com, it'll get you there. But it's en.gravatar.com. And basically a gravatar it's just a picture of you, or, you know, an image of representation. It's kind of like it's almost like well, it is an avatar. So when you're out on, you know, replying to blogs and other people's blogs, it'll actually pull a picture of you in with the email address that you have attached to your gravatar. So it's another way to get, just a way for people to see you online. I mean, I've known of people being contacted based on their Gravatar, the kind of comments they're leaving. I know people that have gotten business or contacts from Gravatar.
Well, do you want that to actually be a photo of you, or do you want it to be
I think,
kind of icon, or what?
I think for real estate it should be you. I know on Scott's site, you know, we have an actual picture of Scott and one of his associate brokers.
And Maureen, I'm going to be adding about 5 more people.
Okay.
I think they're nice. So where that happens again is in the widgets. It is in the primary. Where is that? Oh, that's the secondary sidebar. Primary sidebar, and it's just the Genesis user profile.
Okay.
And that is a widget that you can grab over here. It should. Your theme should have that in it already. When we launch these.
Okay.
We have all the base widgets configured and they're out there. You just need to add your own, where is it? Genesis, it's the user profile. Well, it's here.
It's under links.
It's under links?
Right where your, right where your arrow is, 3 up.
Oh, there it is. So you just drag it. It's like for Scott to add another one, you just drag it in, and there it is. But we don't need another one, so let's get rid of it. Now, if you notice in mine, I didn't have a title. Let's go back and put a title in, Dave's profile.
Dave?
Yes.
To set them up as a user in the left-hand column also?
Very good. Thank you. Yeah. So, Maureen, to make that work, you have to come over and you have to add yourself as a, I know it's kind of silly, but you have to add yourself as a user. So you want to add new. Well, first of all, let's look at the users that I have on here. There's the main admin. And then I've added myself. My email address, wordpressu@gmail.com, is where I use that address to set up my Gravatar. So there's my picture. So you just want to click Add New, which you can do from where I just did it, or under the Users tab, Add New. And you just fill out the information. The main thing is you want to use the email address that you signed up with your Gravatar here. Otherwise it won't work.
Okay, could those all be the same email address? You don't have to have a special one, or?
No, whatever email address you sign up for your Gravatar account with, that's what will pull that in. So it's pretty easy. I think the last thing we wanted to look at was the Search My Homes piece. How does that work? All right. Let's see if I can remember. So that's the property search widget. Let's go back to widgets. And we are in the primary sidebar in the AgentPress property search widget. Well, there it is. So I have the option, I have 5 categories that I can use to search my properties. All right, well let's do a live one. All right, so let's go to my posts. We now have 1, 2, 3. I've got 5 properties in here. So how do we get those to show up in the search as a search feature? Well, let's make a category called. We want to allow people to search for owner financing. So owner financing, let's make the category. I'm making this up on the fly, so this may be a little goofy. Let's do owner financing. That's 10% down. Now, we want this to be a selection under owner financing. So owner financing is the parent. We want to give it some kids. So we're going to make this the parent for this new category. 10% down is owner financing. So watch what happens when I click add new category. This is indented, which means this is the child to owner financing. So now let's do 20% down. And that's, again, we want it to be the child to owner financing. Owner financing is the parent. So now we've got 10% down. All right, so let's go back into our posts. Let's go to Flower Street. And we want to make that owner financing at 20% down. So let's update that. All right, just waiting for the database to update. Let's go back to one Roadrunner Road. Let's make this owner financing. What did I make that, 20% or 10%?
Oh, 10.
So let's make this one 20. All right, so now let's go back to the widget because we have to tell the widget what to do. So let's do owner financing. And the category is that we created was owner financing. And watch what happens. So let's come back here. Let's refresh. And now we have that new category, and I can search. You know what? I think I made them both 20%. Let me switch one. Oh, you know what? I think I forgot to save the 10%. So let's go. Let's take off the. Let's go 10%. And I can search by 10% or 20% down. It's not, it's not sophisticated as the, an IDX is going to be, but again, the point of doing your listings manually like this, and I get it, it's more work. Great SEO. In lieu of writing, well, you want to write your content, but putting a listing up with content is just as valuable. So that's how to do that. And I think we're pretty much through what I wanted to talk about. If you guys have questions, I'll stay as long as you want.
I have a question.
Yeah, I've got to leave shortly, but I'll listen as long as I can.
Okay.
Dave, I have a question. When you spoke of the other day, when I asked something specific, you said, well, that's a premium widget. Is that, when you say the word premium, does that mean over and above and it's an expense that we have to pay out to get that widget?
I don't remember the conversation, but typically what is in here for widgets, they're already included. They're free. Okay,
well, then let me give you two circumstances, and I think Maureen will probably use both in the future. So if we're to have, for example, I have numerous, I'm going to have like 7 people on the side, which when you read their bios, you'll be able to go to their page, and then what I'd like to do is have like